Hey, Mike here. Actually, it's funny. The other day, someone had said to my brother, because when I start these videos off, and it's like, oh, it's a cloudy day or it's a sunny day or whatever. They're like, what is your brother a weatherman? But I should be. That's good money. But no, I'm not a weatherman. But you know, I still haven't went to rehab, and it's I don't have any excuse really. I haven't went yet, but I am. Like I'm trying to say, mentally closer to going. I have a goal set in my mind, which isn't that far off. And speaking of like mental, like I want to talk about like addiction and mental illness, like how they go like hand in hand. Like when you're mentally ill, and you know how many people are mentally ill and they probably don't even know it. Like even like it's deeper than just like depression or anxiety or schizophrenia, whatever, yeah. Like some of them aren't treatable, I guess. And you can actually, you can look a person in their eyes and see that they're crazy, like or they're biting you, whatever, spitting at you, or picking themselves, or just seeing things. And then you have like, I was talking about this the other day, how you can kind of, someone's completely normal, you look them in their eyes, and you kind of get like that off feeling. You're just like, something's not quite. I don't know what it is, but I don't like that person. You know what I mean? And you find out like a week later that he killed his baby or something, something like that, and you're just like, man. He was mentally ill, but I thought so. And even if you don't think that, you find someone else and they're like, oh, he killed his whole family. That not killed their whole family. That's a little extreme, but they're just like, yeah, that guy went off the deep end and like suicide. He committed suicide. Wow, really? Like he committed suicide. He was so good. He did great in school. He went to work every day. He really never touched a drug in his life, and he killed himself. Wow, like what? And he probably didn't know. To himself, he thought he was mentally ill, but to other people, they didn't see it. I'm sorry, I'm ranting, but like with addiction, I do believe it's like a mental illness, and I wish, for those of you that are in a Christian, or if you read Mark 5, that's great. I wish Jesus would come and touch me and heal me. Like that'd be awesome. I do pray for him to do that. And then also on a side note, like I do pray to Jesus and I ask him like one day I can just wake up and forget how drugs make you feel, and how easy, not easy, but how I have no responsibilities, like how I guess easy this life is, because I don't have to get up, I don't have to be anywhere, and I'm not so comfortable like living like that, and I wish that God would take that away from me. And I've been on Zoloft, or I think Prozac. I don't ever really remember them ever doing anything for me. Like I know, like the doctor. Actually, what's crazy? My what do you call him? My pediatrician. Actually, I was going to him until I was 16, and he prescribed me Zoloft and a mild Xanax because I couldn't sleep. But anyway, and I remember they're like, oh, it takes about a month for it to start working, and I remember taking it and just being like, I don't feel any different. Like, is it like a placebo or something? But I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is, like, normal people couldn't just go up to someone and be like, listen, my baby's sick, I need diapers. Do you have $5? I can try and get diapers. No, I don't have $5, but I'll buy you some diapers. The store's closed. I kind of need, if I can just get the money. No, the store's open right down here. That store burned down. Just give me the money. Like that. Normal people would not, where I sleep. It's literally, there's a highway, and next to it is a bus stop, and the way the roads are shaped, it's like an island. And all night long you hear cars zooming past, motorcycles. Oh my God, I hate them because they're so loud. And I sleep on cardboard. I actually have a picture of it. If I can show you that, I will. But I sleep there. And would a not mentally ill person or a mentally stable person would never do that. They'd be like, yo, I can't even sleep in my own house, let alone that. Or would you go into dumpsters because not even just that you're hungry, that you're that you're just that like whacked out on drugs. Obviously drugs have affect mental illness, and drugs are like addiction and mental illness is one thing, but also like people who are actually mentally ill as far as I'm trying to think of just bipolar, even I guess schizophrenic. But anyway, drugs and that don't mix. But what I'm saying is I remember, and I never did this before until I started smoking crack crazy. I go into dumpsters and just look for things. I think I'm gonna find like the greatest thing ever. And I'm in there and I'm already dirty, and my girlfriend will be like, yo, all you do is just go through garbage and pick up lottery tickets. And what normal person who's not mentally ill, of course, like I said, the drugs don't help, but that's part of addiction. So overall, like, addiction makes you mentally ill, I'm sorry, I'm like trying to get to my point here. My point is, I do believe addiction is a mental illness, because what person in their right mind would do the shit that I do, or any addict? People look at me and they're just like, how could someone do that? I hear that a lot. How could you do that? How could you do this? Because I'm not of the right mind. And I think that if you're depressed, you can say, oh, I'm not depressed anymore. I was depressed a few years ago, but I'm not anymore. And if you're an addict, you can't. Well, I guess, like, not putting anybody down, but NA, you gotta stand up. Hey, my name is Mike, I'm an addict. And I haven't, I'm an addict. Well, you got high when? How long ago? 50 years ago? And I'm still an addict? No. An addict, I'm not an addict anymore. I don't go hoping you step away from your purse so I can grab your wallet, or looking at the gold chain around your neck, wanting to steal it. If I didn't want drugs, I wouldn't steal from anybody. Like, that's, it's like when I'm not using drugs and I'm clean and I'm not an addict anymore. Like, obviously, you always have that chance of going back, but at the same time, I'm clean, I got a job, I'm doing right, I'm happy, I'm not depressed, and therefore, I shouldn't have to go around saying, you know what, I used to be an addict when World War II was happening, but I haven't touched it since then, you know what I mean? I don't know, but please read Mark 5, because it's, my friend pointed out to me and made such a great point. And also I want to point out what my other friend said to me. You know when you go fishing and you have the bobber out, and it's like, you're sitting there and you're, whatever, you're on your phone or you're talking to your friend and you're watching the bobber, it drops down, but it goes up. You're like, oh shit, I think I got a fish on it. Or something. You pick up the line, you're like looking, it goes, you see it nibbling. And for hours you don't see it nibbling, and all of a sudden it just starts going, and then boom, bam, it goes down. You hear your line go, you pull back, you got it hooked, whatever. My friend was like, that's how me and my brother are, because he's like, for years, you guys never even thought about going to get clean, and for years that bobber was just floating in his water, doing whatever. And then now in the last couple months, you see the fish biting a little bit, and he said now he's just waiting for the bobber to go completely under and the line to be pulled, and I'm gonna break that fucking line, because I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do good things with my life and do better than sleeping on cardboard and eating at a dumpsters and just asking people for everything. And please just keep praying for me, and I don't want to do this anymore. And please just pray for me. Thank you for everything, and I am what not to do, and like, thank you.